Well, hello. This part 2 of the van build video, has been probably the most chaotic and disorganized videos I've ever attempted to produce. And it's been 90% chaotic dancing, 2% instructional. That does not add up to 100%, but you get the picture. I'm gonna try to salvage the situation by explaining what I did and then kind of overlaying this explanation onto the video in between all the dancing clips. So I start the video with the laminate flooring. I had ended the last video having finished my subfloor and ready to start laying down the laminate.
I can't remove my skin without them asking where I've been with this. Is not an invitation for me to realize the change of season. I've been the same since I expired. That make me insane.
Cat socks, hiking boots, dress. You may not like it, but this is the ideal construction outfit. Impulsively picked out a color and it looks really nice, thankfully. But laminates, it's not too bad. I decided to go like this way, perpendicular across the van instead of parallel, just because if I went parallel, I would have to cut like one really long board perfectly around all of this mess, and it's not like exactly flush, but I don't really care. Like, the difference between getting 90% there and 100% is a lot of extra work and not a lot of benefit. I won't really notice or care. Then I put this stair trim on the ends, so right here, and across this whole side. Floor is complete! Yes! No, it is very far from perfect. It is good enough. So when I was at Lowe's today, I actually bought the curviest, most warped wood that I could find for the studs so that I could make sure it would flex enough, and everyone at Lowe's was probably like, what? Then I started chaotically placing the foam board insulation in, sliding it behind the wood and metal frame. Realized that I just need more sheep's wool insulation because I'm not going to be able to fit the foam board well enough to provide adequate insulation for a Maine winter. So I went and bought some more Havelock wool, put some behind the foam board too. I tried to cram it in as many places as possible. Installed the Maxxair fan, and it's just ready to get hooked up. One thing I see a lot of people not do is create a wooden frame for the screws coming down from the fan to bite into. Otherwise, it's just coming through the metal, and that's not very secure. So if you're going over bumpy roads, the van's bouncing around as it will. Really the only thing holding the fan down is the weak connection in the metal and the sealant. And I don't want to put any additional pressure on the sealant. So having a wooden frame is really great because it just gives that more stickiness and hopefully will prevent the fan from pulling up over time and then preventing leaks. Also, the frame has to be 14 by 14, but 14 on the inside. So that equates to 2 boards that are 15.5, because this is 1.5 wide here. So 2 boards that are 15.5, 1 board that is 14, and 1 board that is 17. And that's just the way that I did it. So together they create a boundary around this 14-inch side length. And then this is how it'll kind of, the roof will be between these, and it'll kind of seal right into it. And see how these screw holes are kind of right in the middle? It's perfect. I created the hole in the ceiling for the fan. I did this using a jigsaw, specifically finding a metal blade that is meant for medium thickness metal was huge. And then I just sprayed some Rust-Oleum around the exposed metal on the edges, let that dry overnight, and right now I'm going to put down some butyl tape around the, just kind of in the divots here, and maybe 1 bead around the edges, and then I will start to screw in this piece, be the base for the fan. I'm going to put some Dicor lap sealant on it. Our favorite sealant, the old Dicor lap. So these 2 metal pieces need to be parallel with the fan. Strip the hell out of that in like 2 seconds. Oh my god, it's completely stripped. It's completely stripped. I don't know how that happened. I literally barely used it.
Yeah, no, I know.
That was weird. Because it just makes this
I
part
just want to
used.
make sure I get it in the right spot. Okay.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go.
Okay. So you hold that side up.
I know.
It's really tricky.
And then I started wiring, and I'm gonna publish another video specifically about the electrical system before I kind of cover it all up with the walls and ceiling. But I connected the main battery system, the battery isolator. I've got the inverter ready to go. I got the fuse block ready to send off the connections to the fan and the lights. So I'm gonna finish that, and then I will create a whole separate video about the electrical. I just took a lighter to my terminal lug. That made me feel really cool. Alright, so I've just disconnected the negative side of the battery, and now I'm going to disconnect the positive side and make the final step in completing my battery to battery system here. But first I have to get this thing off, which is gonna take a while. I think it, oh. Yeah. Oh. I guess it's working.
You are the expert.
Now I feel like hardcore because my...
You look like a mechanic.
I feel like a mechanic. Woo! Yeah.
Is there?
Yep.
Yay! Awesome.
Yeah.
I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world for me. I don't need a break. Nothing but never with you. Look at my neck, look at my neck. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the electrical system detail video.